something new at the One Min restaurant.
Work hard and live each day. Don't we have a job to do?
The Hello? Welcome to Boo Boo Farm. Huh? Did you?
The reception, it's...
How about... Oh, there you are. But you can't even reach the counter. Ah, Paimon. Welcome to Boo Boo Pharmacy. Once upon a time, Chi-Chi died. Then, Chi-Chi was saved by... Something like this?
Hello?
Excuse me, sir.
Surely no prescription is needed to purchase a...
Chi-Chi can get your medicine. But only if you show Chi-Chi...
Zombies are limited to acting within the confines of their orders. And somehow... My dear Chi-Chi, we didn't bring a...
Okay, then. How did you manage that? But Chi-Chi helps you. Since when do customers need to...
Never mind. Just think of it as a peer-to...
Go to Mount Tianheng. Find the Guizhong Ballista.
It's a kind of crossbow turret located in Tianheng Pass.
Mr. Zhang Li, really?
Apparently not quite. This is the...
The Coco Goat is a legendary... Did you want to add any... No. Just that the cook... What it looks like. Don't know. Where to find it? Don't know either. Where it came from?
Very well then. Let's...
Run!
Boba, get them!
Windblade! What's the hurry?
It's huge! But how do you operate? Aw, what?
After millennia of wear and tear, even adept...
So what are we gonna do?
That said, let me think for a moment. As I recall, there is a military... If we can retrieve the spare parts from where...
So, like...
I have a smat with the parts in hand. I could at least tinker.
Where is that supply post? Here, post...
I suppose it wasn't too much trouble. There are a few interesting trinkets here. Huh?
One moment. I will... It is done. The Guage...
Ooh!
It's easy enough. We simply need to do this. Look.
Over here we have nothing. And over...
Hey! So you fixed up the...
Not a turret. A Guizhong ballista.
Ha! Are you This area's supposed to be chock full of hidden Last time we approached the mountain, a few of us risked our lives to disarm it. The next thing you'll be repaired...
Tut tut. Vandalizing the legacy of an adept. It is not we who need...
You're open!
Judgment!
Disappear!
Yeah!
Freeze! Dodge this!
You can't run! Judgment!
Hunter. Another test becomes the hunted.
Fry! That tingle? Fry!
Don't get frostbite! Cool it!
You're toast!
That was...
You can't run! So you know. Yeah!
Dodge this!
That tingle?
Wind blade!
Nice and spicy.
You can't run!
Freeze!
That tingle?
Yeah!
Cool it!
Booba, get them!
You can't run!
What's the hurry? Dodge this!
Punishment! Judgment!
Oh, so sorry.
Eat this! Nice and spicy.
You can't run! Judgment!
Cool it! You're open! Wind blade!
Yeah!
You're open! Dodge this! Cool it!
Judgment!
Dodge this!
These lowlifes didn't...
Troubling ourselves over this.
Oh, yeah!
A search using the Guizhong. What's more,
Which means a Paimon wouldn't go...
we won't.
Good idea. We...
What's the hurry?
Forgive us. We were unable.
What a disappointment.
Aw, poor Chi-Chi.
Cocoa goat milk is tasty. I'm sorry. I have a... here. This...
I owe you both an apology. I hastily agreed to what appeared.
Never mind, Zhongli. You didn't know. As the liyue proverb...
Excuse me, everyone.
Oh. Sorry, but Paimon's gonna leave the...
No.
Seems Chi-Chi took this
So,
Might I ask who?
how rude of me. I'm Baiju, boss of the Boo Boo Pharmacy.
Paimon thought Chi-Chi was the boss. Turns out it's some wacko who wears medicinal ingredients around his neck. What a sorry state of affairs. This little mascot is even more of a simple... The medicine... The snake is... I prefer to stay silent, but faced with strangers, I must speak, lest you mistake me for an escapee from the medicine cabinet, for I am a living, breathing serpent.
Don't mind Chung Sheng. She's a good girl, really. As for you three...
Do you sell everlasting incense?
Everlasting incense? Why, of course we do.
Whew, at last. Things are...
3 million mora. Top quality. Get...
You might as well just rob the Golden House. Oh, but the Chising have taken it...
3 million.
It's a crazy number. We'd never be able to make...
This is correct.
What are we gonna do?
Cocoa goat! Cocoa goat!
Hey, let's laugh.
I'm almost in tears over here. Thank you. That was the best laugh I've had in a long time. Excuse me, sir. Dr. Baiju, isn't it? Truly honored. I'm Child. One of the... If Boo Boo Pharmacy needed a stable supply of, say, coconut milk, the Fatui...
Strange. I knew the Fatui infiltrated businesses with seductive deals.
Coconut milk. Baiju, quick. Chi-Chi wants...
Yes, of course, Chi-Chi. Anything you want. Thank you, Child. I look forward to a successful collaboration in the future.
That's like 0 difference.
2,990,000. Oh, well, now that this is settled, we must head back to Yujing Terrace. Mr. Child, Dr. Baiju, little Miss Chi-Chi, see you soon.
That lot is an absolute riot. So, you've been eavesdropping, I hope?
Yes, Master Child. They spoke of...
Well, Ningguang and her Qixing cronies. What else? I apologize, but I warned you, didn't I? As the old liyue saying go...
What's the hurry? Catch the wind.
Well, as it stands, we've hired helpers, and we've
Ooh, finally.
Well, traveler, have you gained... Odd? Which is it? The questions that such to treat you to a meal. Oh, yes, don't worry. Tonight, I shall take you both to an...
Hole in the wall. As...
Indeed. Ah, you're here. Third round knockout is not for lightweights. I ordered some wine-fermented sweet...
If it is to your liking, dear customers,
Hey, there's even a storyteller here! Great
Besides fine wine. But when I say ambiance...
As you all know, high above the... What does it mean to have all-seeing eyes? Imagine. Behold! They say that when Lady Ningguang ponders important affairs, she retreats to her jade chamber with none but her 3 closest confidants in tow. Why brings she these trusted 3 to sift through sources, dig through documents, looking for information? Piece by piece, facts and figures paint a picture on the walls of the chamber. But well before the wall is filled, Lady Ningguang's mind is made up. Having made her call, she has every last document shredded, and whoosh, she scatters the shavings out her window. Ah, look at them, how they billow in the wind like a sudden swirling blizzard. As the fragments fall, traces of text flicker before the eyes of the merchants of liyue, like ink stains in white snow. The saying goes, the rarest treasures in the land are the words brought by the paper snow. For the words of the Tianquan have the power to move mountains, and all throughout the land know it. These are but scraps of paper, and yet they guide Lady Ningguang's hand. Such is their value. Merely grasping 1 or 2 of them will surely gift you a fragment of her...
Tianquan Ningguang. Feels like we're hearing this name a lot. Liyue locals talk about her. The Fatui hate her. She's most likely the... Huh. Paimon...
At last I have found you. You who returned from...
Who's there?
Wait, I am not with the Millilith, nor am I... However, I am an emissary of the Liyue Chising. My name is Ganyu, secretary at the Yuehai Pavilion, and I have come specifically... Well, in concrete terms, I am the corporate secretary for...
Ningguang sent you? We were...
My apologies, you who have returned from Jieyun Karst. I am duty-bound and cannot extend, but I have with me a letter from Lady Ningguang. She extends a formal invitation to... She invites you to her palace in the...
An official invitation?
Lady Ningguang said this. Invite him to come here. I wish to meet him. At the Jade Chamber. Together we shall snip...
And with that, the emissary who called her... What, we've received an invitation? We'll be meeting people that have way more money than Paimon could ever count. We should be...
An invitation to visit. You'd best be on your way now. But don't forget about the rite of parting.
Don't worry, we won't forget. See who...
rang. And with that, the fate of the Guhua Brotherhood was sealed.
Since we want to go to the Jade Chamber, let's look around. There has to be...
troop could use on our journey?
There's still a long road.
Huh?
Hey, look! Since this is the right place, it must have something to do with the Jade Chamber. Yes, this must... Aw, if that wind current was stronger... Huh? Why? Or... Alright, let's follow... Oh. Hey, looks like we've gotten... Why don't we shoot you up to the Jade Chamber using the bullet? Oh. Right. Oh, that's right. Now that you mention it, we could use the Guizhong bullet.
A reward on the road. Is this an answer from this world?
Halt! Who trespasses on these hallowed grounds?
Exactly. What are you talking? We're invited guests. What makes you think... No. Wait. Maybe she pretended to invite us to the Jade Chamber, but set up a... Now Paimon's...
What? We're just on guard duty. What do you mean, shameless?
What nonsense! Seize these suspicious intruders at...
Well, here they come. Gooba, get them!
Freeze!
Yeah!
Cool it!
You can't run! Lights out.
Don't get frostbite. Freeze! Cool it!
Out of the frying pan!
You can't run! Punishment!
Hey, yeah! Gooba, get them! Yeah!
Who goes there? Take the...
This moment will be frozen in time. Frick! Tactical retreat! Cool it!
Bested.
Stop! What's all this about?
Lady Coaching, these two strange people suddenly appear.
Who are you calling strange?
You want to go?
We're invited guests, here to look for the liyue.
Well, as it happens, I am one.
Oh!
I'm Kuching, the Yuhung of the Qixing. I know of you, traveler.
Wow.
The Guizhong Ballista and these Millilith are just here to go.
So this was all a misunderstanding?
Anyway,
Oh, right.
just call me Kuching. I'd say that Ningguang's
We're not taking sides.
when you say protect.
Huh?
You are mortals, and thus, naturally, they would all. I'll say it like it is.
Well, you've got. Still, this is the.
Should I forget it. Either way, Rex Lapis's death is. How surprisingly civilized. Well, for Ningguang, the time of the Adepta. I'll stop. You should both be off to the cream of liyue's
Favor? But, wait, that's right. Greeting.
All right. You can decide on your greeting. You didn't actually have to come. Well then. May we meet again, traveler.
Well, that Yuhung may not respect the gods, but so, what should we give to Ningguang when we see her? Oh, right! Paimon has a feeling that it would be Why don't we go with that for a gift? Nope! But let's go gather ingredients! Look at that slime! It looks crystal clear! And very delicious! That's the one! Did you hear that? It seems like it came from... Uh-oh. It looks like the treasure...
Lights out.
Eat this! Nice and spicy!
Judgment!
Dodge this! You're open! You're open!
Judgment!
Cool it!
Boba, get the...
Don't get frostbite! Freeze!
Finally. Done.
It was nothing.
I understand. Don't worry. I will compensate you both. Don't say that. I'm Meng Dan. I never expected that those treasures... Is there anything that you lack?
Wait a moment. Actually...
Oh? And what...
Do you have a box box that can store presents?
Of course we do. Now just give me a moment and
Great! Paimon...
Uncle Meng already told me about it. Many of the best goods in our store. Here, this container.
Yep. Hang on a moment.
Sure. Please help your...
Traveler, this clay pot looks really awesome. If we use an antique, it's done!
Oh, yes. You...
Woohoo! It looks beautiful! Great! Now that we...
Judgment!
According to Kuching, excuse me, do you sell them?
Yes. How many would you...
It's not convenient to speak.
Ah, well said. Please, you...
Yep.
And yet the code they used was not the one for guess, but for the yuan.
I've been waiting for you, returnee from...
It's Ning. Since this is our first meeting,
Oh, for me. You have my thanks. I'm glad you... This palace floats in the skies, higher than the peak of any mountain. From this vantage, I have been gathering the funds necessary to build it from the time I began learning the merchant's craft. And since becoming the Tianj, at first, it was but the size of one room. Now, it is large enough to... One day, I believe it will overshadow all set. Not many from outside liyue earn the right to ascend to the Jade Chamber. But I have been in correspondence. As such, I have been putting eyes and ears...
What?
And I finally got wind of your movements when you were on the way to Wangshu Inn.
Wait!
Everyone at Wangshu Inn... At the Gui...
You weren't
I fear that peeking would... Our eyes and ears are more than sufficient. You two are very interesting people. Well, I wouldn't expect you to trust us, considering that you have had far more interactions with the Adepti. The reason I invite... I believe that you've heard of the Archon War. Many gods used to walk this earth, and many long wars were fought between them that did not abate until 2000. In the end, only 7 victors remained standing in Tevat. They built cities and nations on the corpses of the vanquished. You can see Goyun Stone Forest from here, I trust. It is no natural rock formation. Those are giant spears of rock hurled by Rex Lapis during the... Beneath the spears lie those cast down by Rex Lapis in those days, gods that failed to seize the title of Archon. Not only is it true that gods may die, but so too has the membership of the 7 changed over the last 2 millennia. Rex Lapis's passing is an unimaginable disaster. Another Lord of Geo will arise sooner or later. Yet, how are we to forget Rex Lapis? When, even in a new era, the liyue Qixing remain Rex Lapis's former subjects. Do you really think us capable of having played a part in his... That day at Yujing Terrace, it was also very sudden. Even I was caught completely off guard. But our enemy has long lain hidden within the harbor. If we do not act against them now, they will surely gain the upper hand. Hiding the Exuvio was a necessary maneuver to take the initiative back, to play the...
Who's this enemy you're talking...
What do you think, Traveler?
Huh? What are you two...
Well answered. The scenery out here is fine indeed, but the wind...
Wowee! What a huge hall! Paimon's never seen such a fancy place before.
Be at ease, you two.
Can we really?
I have invited you two here as friends. And when... Why, you've kept your ear to the...
That's because even the storytellers are talking about it. Everyone's after a piece of paper.
That's because that wall records Leo's secrets. Merchants have always... But the secrets of the mercantile world are of no interest to you, if possible. But if you were to choose the more trustworthy... You'd pick Kuching? I originally thought her a bit too hard-headed. With someone of her character on the Qixing, I've had some extra messes to clean up behind the scene. But after she said those words, the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the liyue Qixing... Well, I must say that I won't deny that Rex Lapis's passing seems advantageous to us. But, for Liyue's sake, we cannot allow ourselves to be shackled by rumors of our usurp. Indeed. It seems that you understood what I meant to say. I called for the gag order and for the Exuvia to be hidden to temporarily stabilize the situation, and also to prevent something similar to the incident in Mondstadt. With Rex Lapis's death, the Fatui have busied themselves with many clandestine actions beyond their diplomatic remit. As the Tianquan, one responsible for Liyue, allowing the rite of parting to take place was also meant to buy some time for us to take control.
It's exactly as Zhongli said. The Qixing only provided the... Wait, that's right. Speaking of ends...
Of course.
Paimon's heard that anyone who sends a greeting gift gets a little something in return.
Well, we have made quite a bit of trouble for you recently. How about...
Yay! Paimon was just waiting for you to... One of the sheets on that wall! Don't look at Paimon like that! One of these sheets of paper will sell for crazy Just imagine. How much more... Let's grab one! The biggest one! Huh? Well, that was an easy search. The biggest sheet is... La 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 la... Huh? There's a place marked with a circle on here. Oh, good. Sigil of permission. Aw, that doesn't sound like... This piece of paper shows that it's... Oh, Ningguang did say that the Fatui have been up to all kinds of research on the Sigil of Permission. Speaking of which, there's also some connection between you and the Sigil of Permission. Oh, you really... Well, should we... Oh, so you're saying that it's precisely because we can't completely... That's way out of Paimon's league. Anyway, we'll see if you're on this. Before we look for Zhongli at Dihua Marsh, let's go to... There really were Fatui at the location written down on this piece of paper. And they look really mad at us, too.
A few interesting trinkets here.
Put your back into it!
Ida! Ida! You need to hurry up! This one's well done! Roasted
Nice
fried.
and spicy! Shiver! You can't run!
You need to hurry up!
Cool it!
This one's well done!
Wind blade!
Yeah! Out of the frying pan!
Roasted fried!
Oh, so
You
sorry.
need to hurry up! This one's well done!
Dodge this!
Roasted fried! You need to hurry up! This one's well done!
Nice and spicy! Yeah! Punishment!
You need to hurry up!
Freeze!
Roasted fried!
Out of the frying pan!
This one's well done!
Frostbite!
You can't run!
You need to hurry up!
Dodge this!
Roasted fried! You need to hurry up!
Judgment!
Wind blade!
Fortunate fault!
Yeah! Lights out!
Freeze!
You're toast! Nice and spicy!
You can't run!
Not breaking a sweat!
Dodge this!
Judgment!
Oh, so sorry.
Out of the frying pan!
Cool it!
Yeah!
Mission! Fun!
Punishment! Judgment!
Dodge this!
Nice and spicy!
Yeah!
Cool it!
Yeah!
This moment will be frozen in time.
Yeah! You can't run!
This is bad!
Freeze!
Finished.
There are so many talismans here. And some stacks of Paimon's seen this pattern. Oh, Paimon knows! But how did a relic of your death die end up in the hand? Oh, that's right. Cloud Retainer said that when the Lord of Geo created the talisman, talismans like that were once used in the Archon War to channel divine. Maybe the Fatui are copying the Sigil of Permission, being able to channel divine power in battle? And the... Alright, the last stop on our rite of parting preparation. Let's go!
Dodge this!
This life isn't...
Right on time. Did you enjoy your visit?
It was so big.
Indeed. Then you met with Ningguang?
She's super rich, and yeah, his take on Ning.
Oh, so you...
She said the time...
Indeed, contrary to the ever-bold Keqing, Ningguang is more of a business. Although she's friendly, there's no way of clearly discerning her true intent. Yes, she has only relied on herself to rise to her current position. It's said that she's the one behind the constant expansion of the Jade Chamber. It's the second most important thing to her.
The Jade Chamber is only second. What's the most important?
Why, Mora, of course.
All Ningguang talked about was the Fatui this and the Fatui that. She said that after Rex Lapis was murdered, the Fatui have constantly...
That is how the Fatui have always been. It doesn't surprise me in the... No matter what they may be planning, you must be careful when dealing with the...
So, is there anything we need to get for the rite of parting and...
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is. Today...
Glaze lilies? But why did we come all the way out here? Doesn't the garden... Oh, right! Paimon remembers that Madame Ping is...
No. Those lilies have all been gardened. Dihua Marsh used to be full of glaze lilies. It is a sort of joy. Before the Archon War, Dihua Marsh was all dry land and fertile soil. But the war caused landslides, and the land was flooded, turning it into the marsh. Of course, there are some kinds of flowers that have been preserved and gardened by people in the city. Wild glaze lilies have the strongest fragrance. If we want to follow the true tradition of the rite, but I'll need your assistance in gathering these flowers. No, I need you to sing to them. Singing.
So how good is your... Really? What?
We'll only know once he starts singing.
It's time to sing, whenever you're ready.
Da 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 da.
What happened? These flowers are jumping. They look really angry. Is it because you sang a song for Mondstadt that they don't understand here in liyue?
Cool it!
With the wind!
Judgment! Nice and spicy!
Dodge this! Don't get frostbite. Freeze!
Punishment! Yeah! At the frying pan!
Windblade!
You can't run!
Cool it!
Ha! Yeah!
Dodge this!
You're toast! Boba, get them!
You can't run!
Those weren't glaze lilies. Glaze lilies wouldn't hit people.
This little monster is known as a Stray? The glaze lilies used as a disguise were buried with the whopper flower for too long. The result seems to have...
Well, that's nice and all, but will those petals be useful?
Unfortunately, no.
That's so lame.
Excuse me. Are you searching for glaze lily?
Oh, hey! It's...
Hello, traveler. I'm surprised you... that reminds me.
Well, it sure would have been better if you told us how to get up there.
Didn't I tell you the way? Surely I did.
Nope. We found the way on our own.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. I guess I really did...
She's acting different from the first time we met. Where...
Oh, well, I met you at that time as an emissary of the Tianquan. But...
You came all the way out here to see the flowers? Why not just enjoy the garden?
Yujing Terrace is where Rex Lapis parted from this world. If I strolled through those... Whenever my duties take me near Yujing Terrace these days, I draw the windows to block...
Oh, sorry. We shouldn't have brought...
No, it's quite all right. I just haven't When the Archon War came to its end 2,000 years ago, the first iteration of the Seven would gather in Liyue and drink with Rex Lapis. But 5 of those original 7 had already passed before Rex... Yes. Now that the spirit of Rex Lapis has returned to the heavens, only Barbados of Mondstadt remains of the first 7. The other 5, including Inazuma's Raiden Shogun, are no longer the same friends from 2,000 years. Of the current 7 Archons, the youngest is Sumeru's god of Dendro. She is merely 500 years old, whereas Rex Lapis was more than 6,000 years old. This means that Liyue had been under Rex Lapis's rule from the moment it was first founded 3,700...
So what do you think of this?
Huh? This... As a mortal, I've never dared to... But as an Adeptus, I think I will eventually come to grips with reality. Since Rex Lapis has passed...
Huh? Did you?
Yes, I am a mix of human and Chilean. Adeptus blood flows through my veins. After the war ended, I signed a contract with Rex Lapis and took the position as secretary for the chief. Well, let's save that conversation for another. I also know where wild glaze lilies can be found. See, I've just...
Wait.
Oh, so did you sing us?
Indeed, I did. I know this tradition well.
Wow, so you really know your stuff, too?
No, it is you who I should be thanking. If not for this chance meeting, if you would excuse me, I should return to my...
And that just about does it. Our given the ease of picking glaze lilies, I think this will...
Yeah, Paimon can already imagine.
I've had enough ventures in my... Beginning a new undertaking is always difficult at first, and requires no small amount of effort. And once business is at full so you must be careful to take the time to step back and re-examine yourself. If left unchecked, the wear and tear...
Wow. See? Jean... Alright, I think it's about time we head... What happened? The city gate is swarming.
Ah, you're the consultant to Wangsheng. The Millilith are watching our every move now. These are desperate times. We mustn't...
Desperate times?
The Adepti of Joyun Karst are finally on the move.
Do they intend to exercise?
Most likely. I've heard that some members of the Qixing have already gone to meet them. Well, I say meet, but it's... However, both sides were quite obstinate and hit an impasse.
It seems inevitable, given the...
The Adepti do not acknowledge the Qixing. They only acknowledge the contracts of the Geo-Archon. If the two sides come to blows...
Surely the liyue Qixing are not...
Their boneheadedness is known throughout the lands.
And what now? How is it that the
That's all. She proclaimed that in these tumultuous times, the Millilith must rein in the actions of the... Only now do they want to start keeping tabs on us? Anyway, Mr. Zhongli, you're one of Child's close associates. Please understand that your actions will reflect on us.
It looks like things are about to boil over in Liyue.
Do you intend to use your neutral identity as an intermediary between both sides? Neither path is an easy one.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli, we've heard that the Wangsheng funeral parlor has also been caught up in all of this. They're currently squaring up.
Things are taking a turn for the I'm afraid I must leave now to handle things back at Wangsheng funeral parlor. Consider your next course of action carefully, traveler. If you're trying to prevent an explosion...
Having connections with the So what does Zhongli mean by looking for the few? Oh, Paimon gets it. If there's anyone that... He must be waiting for the moment when no one is... But where could we find him next? Where would he go at a time like this? looked impressive enough from the outside, but who would have guessed that it was even thin? This is where all of Teyvat's Mora is minted, right? Oh, so it's a trap! Tricky, tricky. But even if we can't take any, we can, or better yet, take a nap on top of a mountain of Mora. Oh, right. It's quiet. Too quiet. Huh? Look! What happened? Uh-oh. Quick! We have to go make sure that the Exuvia is all right.
You've already fulfilled your task as guides, so why do you still linger?
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross. And you're... where should I start? Well, I've never been one to beat around the bush, you know. But who could have possibly guessed that the god of Geo would if it weren't for that lovely little rite of parting ceremony you put together? It would have stopping the Mora mints, hiding away the Exuvia.
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside the Exuvia all along?
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, it's my... She will get that which she desires. I'm not asking for your blessing, and there's nothing... The time for discussion and diplomacy has already passed. I mean, if it were up to me, either way, we now come to my favorite part. The battle.
Battle? So you're the type that goes looking for...
You could say that. When Signora offended the deities outside the cathedral in Mondstadt, she swiftly left the scene. Instead of confronting you directly, she chose to rely on the snow and ice to make her escape. She wouldn't want the knights to come running towards the... When she faces a worthy opponent, she will prioritize her mission, weigh the outcomes. But as for me, the greatest pleasure of being a Harbinger lies...
We won't let what happened in Mondstadt ever happen...
Oh, so you intend to fight me? Good. I won't kill you. Besides, you could never defeat me, not even in your wildest dreams. But hey, fighting talk, I love it. Now, this chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with a Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint. Opportunity!
You can't run!
Dodge. Passable effort. How unbecoming. Cool it!
Out the frying pan, into the fire!
Dodge this!
Yeah!
Not bad, not bad. Not bad. You've got a trick or two. Good. No wonder Signora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
Don't push your luck. You've got some skills.
Judgment!
Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get. Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing it to get close to the Exuvia!
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected! Well then, I'll be taking Morax's Gnosis now. I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
This is going to cost you! You got to the Gnosis ahead of me, didn't you? Did you simply move faster? Or did you leak the information regarding the Golden House to me on purpose? No matter. Hand the Gnosis over, now! Don't make me take it from you!
We didn't take it! Punishment! Hey,
Oh, so sorry.
Dodge this!
Nice and spicy!
Cool it! Freeze!
Out of your frying pan!
Judgment!
Dodge this!
Boba, get them! Yeah! Shiver!
Don't get frostbite.
Some you win, and some you lose.
Look! Child's...
It seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great for my body. I lacked the opportunity to think this through. And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you never had any chance of beating me to the Gnosis. You had no connection to the Gnosis, no matter where it...
That's what we've been trying to tell...
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Signora's initial assessment of you and Mondstadt. You already know the answer, don't you? I can see it, but if that is a secret you wish to keep, I guess I'll just have to curb. This battle has already left me sad. Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend. Even if our friendship can only be shown in...
Pretty sure that's not the normal way to make friends.
Unfortunately, I must bring this amiable conversation. Given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone, then we must look once again to the beginning. In fact, it might be that the Exuvia was just a...
What? So you mean that...
Yes, it appears so. Interesting. It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also well versed in little maneuvers. As such, we must now look...
Backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this, for the weak will be swept away. The truth is, the world belongs to those who pursue strength. I seldom willingly involve myself. Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our methods as Fatui harbingers.
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Kuyan's...
A god?
Osile, overlord of the Vortex, who was defeated by Morax, the Geo-Archon in the Archon War, and who has remained pinned beneath the waves by the Geo-Archon. If such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon liyue, do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and watch?
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years ago. How can an ancient god...
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Hey, those are sigils of... Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been researching them.
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a byproduct of our research. With the power of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place, along with that which was bestowed upon me as a harbinger by our using the powers of ancient gods in such a situation fails, but knowing that such an action will not only force the Geo-Archon to show its hand, let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Huh? He's already gone. That guy is fast. What's going on? If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we... Did we make it in time? Is the Overlord of the...
What are you...
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the Jade Chamber?
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside for...
Oh, Paimon gets it. So how... Just seeing this Overlord of the Vortex guy puts a pin in Paimon.
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. The force of an ancient god, which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any closer.
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against enemies like that thing? So will the power of the Qixing, Millilith, and Adept...
We've already discussed this together, and our conclusion is... not necessary.
What? But all of you were supposed to be the Guardians of liyue. Can't you think of something?
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Qixing did once research the matter of the... And as fate would have it, one who did... For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet, it would take one, but a little
I suppose this is one blessing. So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong Ballista to fight off that god. We haven't a moment to spare.
Yep.
The three Adepti are manning the Guizhong Ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work!
All able Millilith, with me!
Let's go help too!
We Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you? One wishes to witness.
like I went too far. Let's move.
Punishment! Eat this! Nice and spicy!
You can't run!
Cool it! This moment will be frozen in
Booba, get the...
Judgment!
Don't be a killjoy! We've only just begun! I miscalculated.
That is Osial's divine power. I am very familiar with it. Be careful not to get hit.
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How daring. Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
dodge this!
Right, Pip! It's... Yeah! The ancient gods attacking again! There are so many between two! We can't look!
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children?
Huh?
Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
Adeptal energy! That light from your body, it's like the time in Julian Cars! Wow! It's a Madame Pink shockwave! This granny's really strong!
Dodge this! Cool it!
I'm the right Pip!
Freeze!
I miscalculated.
With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil! Cast your fear of injury by the wayside, and fight with all your might! I too did this during the Archon War!
So this is what Ganyu's like in a fight!
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast!
Child, you are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle.
What's the freeze?
Nice and spicy!
Oh, so sorry.
Let me amuse myself.
Exercise caution! I fear that the god's power has reached its peak!
In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
Freeze! This is it.
You're toast! Boba, get them! Blink!
Dodge this!
Have a look at this! Shouldn't get killed!
Cool it!
Feel fun!
Windblade!
Over here! The merrier!
With the wind!
Dodge this!
Quickly!
Boba, get them! Eat
The Batui's numbers are thinning!
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
Be careful now.
The Guizhong ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Is it finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster. The effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex can make...
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here...
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend—
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income in preparation for building. At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with it is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came here today. But please forgive us. We cannot yield to your wishes.
Oh?
3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti signed a contract. Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, but that does not mean that the Liyue do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead—
Are you questioning our means of—
I mean no offense.
Forebears, you say? One doubts you would be fit—
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had strove under his rule to survive in our mortal world. But I dared not speak. I could only gaze at him.
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to—
Right! That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides, because he believed that such conflict would only scar the hearts of both.
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity, as Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised—
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens? I know I already have.
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millelith. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, our forces, although I am a mere mortal soldier, I promise to hold the line and never betray the grace given—
Huh? Why does everyone look so
Weren't you frightened, dear?
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millelith guards were there, and those powerful heroes with their— When danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, they make fun toys and tasty snacks. Thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please—
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able—
Huh?
Because we are adept—
Oh, okay.
You see, this is what Liyue, the country of contracts, is grateful to the Adepti for their protection. But it is no longer— Although their blood is weak, there is still strength to be— The time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed. Now is—
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place.
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead this
Seems like the Adepti have had a—
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, conqueror of demons.
Yes, one understands what the conqueror of demons means. The city of Liyue has— One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue, you humans would have won— Fair enough.
Since we Adepti have consensus, then one shall persist no further. But how will we ensure that the Liyue Qixing will not simply exploit their—
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of supervision is—
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti— Oh, right! It's nice that Child wanted to unleash the god, so he could lure Rex, but we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex. Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get— Hyman doesn't get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adepti list— Rite of parting that we're organizing? No idea where Zhongli's gone. Let's ask for him at Longshem Funeral Parlor.
Is there anything I can do for you two?
We've come to see Zhongli.
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment.
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong? Last time we saw Zhongli was... Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on liyue? We had better go and make sure that everything is...
The key here is consumer psychology.
You call this cooperation between harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formality? Oh, it seems that some of...
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And...
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been...
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since liyue was...
Paimon knew that we should never have...
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you. Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, you may very well hold this against me. The real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for... So actually...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of... You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so...
What in the world are you talking?
The contract is fulfilled.
How sanctimonious.
What? So, no, wait! That's an exciting twist and all, but...
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract. For it is a matter solely...
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you and splat! This big...
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over. That's what he wanted to see, am I right?
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain. As you know, even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. I kept until one drizzly day. As I was strolling along the harbor, I stood motionless among the crowds, asking...
Oh, Zhongli...
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age? So I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and Indeed I was. The Gnosis, which I had kept for so many years, suddenly... That's right. Which is why I continued to safeguard the Gnosis until now.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear?
Of course. And it would have been all too... Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has liyue matured when
In the end, the resolution to all that has transpired was even more satisfactory than I could have hoped. Take the Adepti, for instance. Owing to their years of seclusion, they were the least informed. Yet when faced with a crisis, they commendably showed the greatest amount of restraint possible. Credit is also due to Senora, the emissary dispatched by the Cryo-Archon to fulfill our contract. At my request, she kept everything she knew. This meant I could remain as Zhongli, even having the chance to fulfill the age-old tradition. All of these things turned out as I had planned. There was only one thing that I had not anticipated, and that I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti, to come to the defense of liyue. They seized the opportunity to supplant liyue as divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my death.
Huh? That doesn't
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving?
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this, wreaking havoc and turning the city upside down. The Lord of Geo ought to thank you for your performance, if anything. If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo Archon, liyue, would never have been able to become a dazzling diamond of a city.
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight? Be that as it may, you've come out of this as the hero of Liyue. I, on the other hand...
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zapoljarny Palace and seek an audience with Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa. Come, child.
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the likes of...
Do as you wish.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a...
Realistically speaking.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless... My agreement with the Cryo Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo Archon. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance... Uncover that answer for yourself in your future journeys.
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we've spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
Well, since we're going through with this rite of part... So Rex Lapis is really... Oh, come on. There's only one real possibility. The Fatui? Shh. Lower your...
You know that god...
Yes.
Say.
Now that you met... I mean it all. Still, what sort of supernatural...
Forget it. Hear ye all! Though a dragon soars, gods and adepti live rumors and hearsay having been thwarted in his trial. Nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Paimon needs a translate. So that's how something feels off. Why would they suddenly... Could the Qixing already have known? Did Zhongli tell them in... Exactly, right? Ooh, seems like... Look, it's Ningguang and Keqing.
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning...
3,700 years of contract.
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous. But blinded by our
the long, unending dream of our art.
Now that we have awoken from our dream, will you stand with us as we re-establish our contracts? As we build a new age?
So concludes the words of Her Eminence. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have any...
Huh? Is she looking?
Traveler.
Yikes! She really is looking our way.
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient?
So young. The liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And as you have heard, name your price.
Whoa.
Well, could you help me put up some missing person
As for the more...
But it seems... Well, that's...
Perhaps.
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this! Everyone in and here you are looking all relaxed.
Why would I not feel more at ease? Right. If the two of you can spare the time.
Ha! That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed you if you were treating us to some third-round knockout, but you'd have to pay out your nose.
You're right. I do lack the more.
But why would Morax lack more?
As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this, when I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire.
Oh, no wonder! Paimon gets it now. You didn't look at the price tags, but since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as and when you...
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. We also... The Archon Morax could never experience life as the true mortal Zhongli could. No. I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli. That is true. But there is...
Paimon thinks that we should make a move.
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that... Yes. The nation... The Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people of liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis, she too...
Paimon thinks we've heard that...
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the shogun of Inazuma, people call her...
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is very tense, Paimon, Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know something about what's happening?
It's because of visions.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control, humans often bemoan their lack of power. But if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and fateful moment in their life, the gods will look upon them with... This is what visions are.
Uh-huh. That's how people
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun...
Vision hunted?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders, and to inlay them upon the hands of the statue of the omnipresent god.
They want to seize visions. But what?
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because...
Whoa!
The Animo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity. It seems as though she has finally decided to eliminate the fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed away. Will only knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage she is most fond of when proclaiming that decree to her people. 7 ideals for 7 gods. And of these... All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? Well then, I suppose you'll have to find a way to get inside this closed nation. Have patience.
children, come.
Oh, what?
Oh, no. In fact,
A gift? For Paimon?
when you traversed my old... That, fortunately, I have... Oh, I will not... The teapot that you entered previous...
So,
But that's enough.
That's right!
Oh, settle down now, children. There's... What's more, Well, for starters, I require... You would have to dig, but almost no one... Even more in any case, Smaragdus... Goodness knows that...
Well, since...
Yes.
She...
I'm back, Granny. Oh, I don't believe we've met.
Allow me to do the honors. Yenfei.
Of course, who hasn't? Much has been written about. You became one of Liyue's most before finally defeating an a shame that if we had. Allow me to introduce. Oh, yes. Here's my business card. If you have an urgent.
All right, Yenfei. You'll have to excuse Yenfei. She's always been like.
Paimon was good.
An Adeptus? He mentioned that they had me, and once I was all grown up, the two of them upped and left on a journey.
Well, that's a bit
Well, my dad. Anyway. Let's not dwell.
Is that so, Yenfei?
I know, Granny, you've told me.
Whoa.
Commercial consultant, Crossel. A Snezhnayan merchant. He mentioned that he was. So, I guess I'll go look for him. Oh, you want to join?
Wow. Best we be.
What's the hurry?
Hello, Mr. Crossel.
Oh, good, very...
You're too...
Miss Yanfei.
Wait, is...
No, I'm not... The contract makes it... In return, I included a clause that guarantees...
Guaranteed genuine?
Of course. This way...
In that case...
Oh,
Thanks a lot, Mr.
Fascinating.
Whatever shall I... Yes, that's me.
How do you do, Monsieur? My associates and I are very...
The hairpins. I don't know how I spent so much money on them. We now have a big banquet. That's what the hairpin... But now that I've lost...
Why does Paimon...
Would you really?
Hold on.
Huh?
Let me see.
That's right! Yanfei said true.
Right. I finished reading. Furthermore, and given the rare...
Even higher. Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Chicho looks...
However...
Did you really have to pop? Whichever way you look...
Except that if we found the hair...
Please. However much it is, now that it's come to this,
Yes, legally speak. So hold on a moment.
What did I feel? My family has seen...
Smooth to the touch. Finest quality. No, it's nothing.
Miss Yan... You lost them!
I'm sorry.
Mora! I just...
No problem. But before, it was in fact genuine...
Of course!
All right, understood. I'll conduct...
Thank you very much.
Looks like I'll have to...
Please wait, Monsieur. It's not